How's it going, everybody? We are going to start our editing program today. The first thing you're going to be doing with your editing is learning how to cut up sound files. So, something that you might know of a sound file is an MP3. There's a couple other names that will work on them, but like WAV, W-A-V. But MP3s are the ones you're going to want to use with GarageBand. Those work the best with GarageBand. So, I pulled up a couple things already. I went to Wave Central, which is the website that I'm telling you guys to try to use. And you can pull a couple of sound bites off of there. So on this website, they have a ton of different sound bites. I'm going to go to this movie, It's a Wonderful Life. It's a great movie if you haven't seen it. I'm going to show you how to download your files. So you can click on it, and it'll bring you to a page.
There must be some easier way for me to get my wings.
Cool. It's a little sound bite.
There must be some easier way for me to get my wings.
But you can't download that from there. So when you go to this website, you have to hit Control, click, and then download linked file. It'll come over here, and then you want to drag it to your desktop. Cool. I'm going to download another one so I can show you some stuff to add. I just went into the Toy Story 3. Let's see if we like this.
So, who's ready for Ken's Dream Tour?
Cool. Sounds great. So I right click, download linked file. Same thing, drag it to my desktop. Perfect. Now you're going to want an empty GarageBand track. To open up your GarageBand or make it smaller, you'll see if you hover over the corner, you need this icon, the one with the arrows. This one is going to not really do anything. This one you can move, make it bigger or smaller. So if you want to access stuff on your desktop, you can get to it there. Cool. So I'm going to add both of these things in. You just drag it in and drop it where you want it.
There must be some easier way for me to get my wings.
Now with this, your metronome will not matter. With editing sound lengths, your metronome's not going to matter unless you're doing music. So with something like this where there's no steady beat, it's not going to matter what you have.
There must be some easier way for me to get my wings.
So let's say I just want the part where he says, "Get my wings." I zoom in closer using the zoom tool over here.
There must be some easier way for me to get my wings.
And you look and see, where does he say "get my wings" with the sound waves?
For me to get my wings.
All right, so I found that spot. Now I would bring my marker over and I would mark that spot. Bring it in as close as you can. Keep zooming in. The closer you zoom, the more close you can get to actually the way it starts.
Get my wings.
Makes sense? Instead of
To get my wings.
having that little hiccup of sound.
Get my wings. To get my wings.
So if I just want "get my wings," find my marker. You can even zoom it in closer if you want to make it even better.
Get my wings.
Perfect. Then I bring it back over to here. And this tool at the bottom, the one that's opposite of where the looping tool usually is, you can cut your sound from there. So if I cut that, it'll start there.
There must be some easier way.
Yeah? So I'm going to cut until that point that I wanted earlier.
For me to
Get my wings right there. Perfect. There we go. Cool.
Get my wings.
Now I don't need all this empty sound at the bottom. I just need "get my wings." So let's see if that's good enough.
My wings.
No, too far.
Wings.
I'd say too much.
Wings.
It's hard to find that spot.
Wings.
Yeah. So if you want to get super specific with it, you can come on in even closer and edit all the way to the end of that S.
Get my wings.
Yeah? So the point of your project is you're going to have 3 minutes of sound of all these different clips that you find on Wave Central or any of the other Wave websites that I have on the board in the classroom. And you're going to make 3 minutes of sound of all those things. Now, if you want to not edit it down this far,
Get my wings.
that's only going to be like 2 seconds of sound. Yeah, you want to try to make 3 minutes. Now let's try to make the sense of these two. I just picked two random things, so they may not make sense.
Get my wings.
So, who's ready for Ken's dream tour?
So let's put this after. Why not?
So, who's ready for Ken's dream tour?
Get my wings.
Now you can hear there's a big change in audio quality between this clip
So, who's ready for Ken's dream tour?
Get my wings.
because there's space here. It's obviously going to sound different because It's a Wonderful Life, this movie, is way older than this one. But you can move it closer and cut extra sound out. Especially with the zoom tool. The zoom tool is going to be really, really important for this one.
So, who's ready for Ken's dream tour?
Get my wings.
If you want a little extra space, if you think that sounds weird, you can always re-extend this.
Get my wings.
So, who's ready for Ken's dream tour?
Get my wings.
Less time in between, less empty space. Cool? So that's how you edit sound clips. You can get them through this Wave Central website. They have tons of stuff on here. They have a bunch of Harry Potter movies, Lego Movie. They have some stuff from TV. Tons and tons of stuff on here. Charlie Brown one.
You block it.
Some of them are better than others.
Oh, brother.
You know? All right, so 3 minutes of sound is what you're going to need. 3 minutes of sound. It's a lot. It's going to take a lot of time. Don't procrastinate on it. Because each one of these clips, sometimes they're 1 second. Like this one is 1 second.
Oh, brother.
You can find longer ones. That one's pretty short.
If you try to hold my hand, I'll suck you. If you try to hold my hand, I'll suck you.
Yeah. So, that one's 2 seconds long. If I add that in here, it doesn't really make too much sense. You also want to be creative with this project. You want to try to make it make sense. I had one student last year try to do that All-Star song by Smash Mouth. And they took like a word from somebody all over the place and they tried to turn it into this. So they did the song, "Buddy once told me the word," and they got to about somebody because it was pretty hard to try to find. So you can be creative like that, but you have to plan it out. Yeah? There's tons and tons of sounds on the internet. There's sound effects too. Yeah.
Are you still up?
24-hour technical service. Take the 24 hours just to pick up the stupid phone.
Tons of different sounds. So be creative with it. 3 minutes. 3 minutes of editing audio. Cool. This is going to get you good at editing audio. All right, y'all. See you soon.